Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. Not sure what I'm going to do today. Maybe go build some airlifts. I just want to say thanks for the support after yesterday. I don't want to stop doing daily vlogs. I think I might have come across the wrong way. It's not the... I like daily vlogging. You guys have seen. Think of some of the videos about a month ago when I was doing that cashy and I was pretty grumpy at the start of the video and chilled out by the end. I find it, I really enjoy it and it chills me out. It's not a huge burden on my day. As for like going off topic from fish, things like the lawn, I've always said I wanted to do that from day one. I wanted my vlog to be personal and not just fish. Yeah, so on that subject, I don't know, the lawn got really mixed reviews. Some of you said you loved it, some of you said that you didn't know why I was putting it on my channel when it's a fish room channel. And that's my reason why. It's called Rumble's Fish Room, yeah, but it's not just about fish, it's about me. If you look at a channel called Rice and Miata, he owns a Miata. It hardly ever features in his channel, so the name is completely irrelevant to the channel. Now my name is still relevant to my channel, but yeah, it's a vlog style, it's not a tutorial or anything like that. Anyway, let's have a look at this display tank. There's actually something I want to tell you guys. So just quickly before we look at the Daphnia, I just wanted to talk about what I'm feeding these guys. So check out this marble here. He's going to be an absolute stunner. Now these guys are just fed on NLS and aquaponics food. And so there's a code blue here starting to colour up. I actually bought this white crane, and my plan was to feed this tank lightly with this food, but I haven't had to. So if you look like the hongy, the other hongy is not as colourful. Is that like, it must just be a dominance thing between them two. But if I'm only keeping like one fish per species in here, does that mean that I'm going to have plenty of colour without this? I have had an African display before, but for me this is kind of a bit of a learning curve because I've always had species only tanks, and I was under the impression I was going to get like one male coloured up and then a tank of grey fish, and I would need something like white crane to colour it up. I'm really glad that I don't need to use the white crane in here. I'm not a fan of it, like the food myself. I don't think many people are a fan of it, but I was planning to feed it like very lightly, like once a week and not much at all. But it looks like we don't have to. But I will keep that food. It does have a good purpose. If I get peacocks mixed up in the fry tanks, if I don't label something properly, I can feed it for a week and colour up the fry to figure out which species they are. That way I'm not selling fry with the wrong label. So that's what I will keep that food for. I won't throw it in the bin. Anyway, let's go have a look at the Daphnia. You guys probably won't be able to see. Oh, you just can. These are my Daphnia cultures. This one has multiplied by times, I want to say 4, but looking at this is multiplied times 6 since like Thursday. Then we've got this esky over here. The esky doesn't look as busy. Yeah, esky's definitely not as busy. Grabbing a little scoop out of there and putting it in the drum in the shed. The chlorine should have dissipated by now in there. Koi pond needs a clean, guys. I think I'm going to have to turn the UV back on. We're starting to get a bit of an algae bloom. It's coming to those warmer months. So I actually had to turn the chiller off. No biggie, but it's leaking here, and I think it's because this hose is like really old, like 1970s $10 Bunnings setup. Been out in the sun and it's really rigid, so I think it's going to need a proper hose clamp to stop that from leaking. But obviously it's no biggie. The temperature is really low at the moment. So yeah, back to what I'm going to... So this is full of water. I reckon it's about time we drop some Daphnia in it. Let's go get a net. We don't really need a net for Daphnia, do we? We need a bucket. I'm not going to go crazy. We're only going to get a little bit. I don't want to jeopardize these colonies establishing, you know what I mean? But this one's going hardcore, so we're going to take from this one. I'm just thinking a full bucket. What do you guys reckon? I know you can't answer that. Stop moving for a sec, water. Dun 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 dun. There's no big ones in there, guys. Hang on. Let's get a new bucket. I want like a couple of buried females. Stop spinning. Yeah, I can see some big ones. Yeah, I can see like... I wonder if I'm taking too much from that. Oh well. Sorry guys. I interrupted your colony. So my plan with these Daphnia, I'm building as many colonies as I can. If you're in Perth and you want Daphnia, hit me up in like a few weeks once they establish better. Oh shit. So my bucket's too full. Should be right. Alright, so let's check back in on this in like a week's time, I guess. Probably need to put some food in there. Let's get some food. So I can't find my torch, guys. It's a bit annoying. But I'm just going to drop some yeast in. I'm not fully sold on feeding them yeast. Like, people have told me to do it, but I found it better when I had like an algae colony going in an old fish tank, and that was like my best method, I reckon. I had this tub booming like before last summer, and as soon as this hit like 27 degrees, I think it was, Daphnia dead. Now I know one of you guys said that you're not sure whether the Daphnia will be alright with the metal release off that chiller. So this is experimental, guys. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I haven't researched that since one of you said that, but it is what it is. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I haven't spent any money here. The chiller is borrowed off a friend on the proviso that if he wants Daphnia, he can take Daphnia out of this. Old Esky, I got that thing for free. I had an old pump. So like, oh, and I got this off my neighbour. My neighbour is a bloke. Like, I love my neighbour. Not in that way, but guys, calm down, calm down. Just as a friend, great neighbour. So I'll give you guys updates on this. I'm thinking I'll give you updates sooner than a week, but less than tomorrow. This excites me. I don't know why. I've just got this thing about growing Daphnia. I've struggled so hard to do it. I'm having fun. Wee, don't. I'm going to smash this thermometer in a sec. I've struggled so hard with Daphnia. The one time I did have it good, it died because of heat. Then the second time was the chiller and the pump, just like chomped them up. So, I don't know, is this going to work? Heavy metals might kill them, we'll find out. But in saying that, if the Daphnia don't survive in this setup, I think I'm going to call it a day. I did what everyone said. I left, when they died in the hot weather, I left it until winter, which was like June this year. And, well, you saw it. The water that was in this IBC that I emptied on the weekend was the same water that's been in there for over a year. So I was waiting for it to reseed, but it never did. I'm going to wrap today's video up there, guys. I'm not spending any time in the fish room today. I'm just going to do my general feed. I gave the flower horn fry their first feed on NLS Grow today, the 0.5mm pellets. That's exciting. It'll be good to get them on something besides what do you call it? Brine shrimp. Oh, and the name of that fish I was talking about earlier is a mason reef. I don't know why I forgot that. They're like probably my second favourite fish in the fish room, but yeah, just a mental blank. I hope you guys are enjoying the Daphnia stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's upload, I don't know, maybe we'll come home and build the airlifts and that can be tomorrow's video, and I'll actually do the PCS auction the following night. And if you're coming to the PCS auction, hit me up. I need somebody to film some of it while I said auction, quiz. I need someone to film while I'm doing the quiz. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.